Hello everybody, this is EPN10, and welcome to another Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare video. Today I'll be bringing you footage of the Jade Cactus, Skunk Edition. So yeah, as you can see, this is like the only cacti with a different life amount than the other cacti. 150 HP as opposed to 125. And with that, you will move much slower. And I'm not really a fan of that because as a cacti player, I'm like one of the only cacti players that move around way too much with cacti. Like, I love moving around with cacti. I love moving around with characters in general. I do not like staying in one position and all the time. Well, there's a couple of exceptions, but you get the point. I move a lot of, I move around a lot with the cacti. So yeah, here's a bunch of engineers. So I already know it's gonna be a pretty terrible game. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, they already have the teleporter, which that's what really worries me. And as you can see here, I'm dealing like 28, like I dealt 26 damage, but the maximum damage of this thing is 28. It does drop off after a while. Yeah, it does drop off after a while, but as long as you're dealing 25 damage and up, you're good because, that's a multiple of 25, and the zombies' life points, their HP are multiples of 25. So as long as you're dealing 25 damage plus, you're good with this variant. And you'll be doing that most of the time, I believe, as long as you land your shots directly. And every time I plan an Iron Maiden, the Jade Cactus sinks a bit. Is it because she's that heavy? She's made of stone. So yeah, here you see me in an elevated position. That really helps because the Jade Cactus also has splash damage. So it's really helpful to be in an elevated position. And as you see here, I'm just eliminating the zombies pretty quickly. It's really good stuff. As long as you're dealing plus 25 damage, you can just take down characters really fast. And here's a Super Commando. And yeah, one thing is like the projectile speed is kind of weird. It's not instantaneous like some other characters. Like the regular cacti, like it does take it takes slightly longer to land a shot. Like the projectile is slightly slower, and like if you use a cacti, like the cacti a lot, like a variant that lands a shot pretty fast, then you'll notice that a bit, and you might have to get used to it. But it's just slightly. It's not like a huge it's not a huge difference. But you always got to keep it in mind. You got to time your shots just a bit. And as I was saying, you always want to be like on an elevated position because this thing does deal splash damage. And yeah, it does, like it's no joke, by the way. The splash damage is no joke. As you see here, I mean the numbers here are all over the place. It's like 11 splash, 15 splash, like it's so different, like all the damage. But yeah, like if you miss your shots, basically instead of hitting the character, you'll land a shard on the ground. And if you do land a shard on the ground, then basically it will detonate after a while. So like, if a character's in cover, you could just shoot the floor next to him, and he doesn't know that, right? But nope, he gets hit by the shard, and that thing is no joke. It does deal a ton of damage. And here I'm trying to get this physicist. Oh, and then I get ZPG'd by a camping Super Commando. I've never seen that before. A camping Super Commando. Never seen it. I'm just kidding. Of course I've seen it. Anyway, now is a good time to mention that this thing, the added HP of this variant does not really help at all against impunts and ZPGs. A direct shot of both, if someone lands those abilities directly on you, you're dead. It doesn't matter if you have the extra 25 HP. But since you're slower, on average, they will land those abilities a lot more often on you. So yeah, the slow HP here, like the added HP does nothing against impunts or ZPGs. It just, it still does. Each of those abilities do 150 damage plus. So, the added HP will not help at all. However, your slower speed will, it will be bad for you because, they will land those shots easier on you. You're a slower moving target, therefore, you get immediately killed by those abilities. And yeah, suddenly, like, there was like this person and another variant, like two scientists, two heavy hitters come from the right. And there was little I could do there. And yeah, as I like up close, like I don't know why this thing zooms in so much. Like I think it'd be better as like a closer range variant. Like it takes a while to zoom in, and like it makes it like it makes like 1v1 battles up close a bit harder for me. I don't know why. But sometimes it's good, but like sometimes like it just makes it slightly more difficult for me. But you do get all those splash damage, you know, all that splash damage up close. So it's pretty good stuff. And as I said earlier, you always want an elevated position, because like if you shoot in the, like, you know, if a zombie runs away and they're taking cover, you could always shoot the ground next to them, and if they don't notice, they're gonna take a ton of damage from those shards, because, you know, those crystal shards could deal like, I don't know, like 15 damage. I mean, the numbers all over the place, but yeah, the damage on that thing is serious. Like sometimes I take cover at half health, and then there's like a cacti shooting me, and then like a jade cacti, and then I notice in the ground next to me there's like 3 shards, and I'm like, holy crap, he just shot all those 3 shards, and I'm not even paying attention to it. Like I know it's there, but like sometimes I just ignore it. Like, all right, I'm safe from this. But yeah, you cannot ignore it. You have to get out of the way, because that thing could easily deal like what, 50 damage if you're not paying attention. Like a bunch of shots in the ground that they missed. You know, they're trying to flush you out of cover. You know, they could easily deal like 45 damage, 50, and they could just finish you off basically. Yeah, we're taking a lot of fire here. A lot of scientists, they keep coming from the side, and there's like an engineer in the back there. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So yeah, I'm trying to take care of this, and as you see, I'm doing like 15 damage / 11 damage splash. I mean, it's pretty good stuff. And against armored zombies, like, you know how you could just shoot them in the leg, right? Man, these guys are getting serious. Look at this. Look at that. They just have armored zombies, and like they have armored zombies and cone strikes and stuff. Yeah, these guys do want to take over the garden. So here I just try to shoot that all-star through the tree. Hopefully, I was hoping he didn't see me, because I only have 3 HP. So you literally die to anything in the game. So the only thing I could do at 3 HP instead of just staying around is, you know, use my drone and hopefully, you know, not die. So yeah, basically I ran away. That's the only thing I could do with 3 HP. I'm not gonna stick around. I went in the back house and I droned up. And yeah, there's a scientist. They keep coming to the same area over and over again. So I'm just waiting here with my drone, you know, ready to cone strike if something goes bad. So yeah, I'm just waiting here, you know, looking of when they're gonna take over and stuff like that. So yeah, they're gonna take over right now. So I cone strike there. It was a pretty bad cone strike, because, you know, it looked like there was a lot of people there, but but they all got eliminated. So yeah, meh. I didn't get any kills from that cone strike, including that was from a potato mine, guys. And yeah, I was gonna plant, but I couldn't. Like, it didn't let me. I was at a bad angle, so I was like, damn it. So I just you know, placed some potato mines while running away. But yeah, like, as a person who likes moving, this is so slow for me. Like, I do not like it one bit. But the character is good. The variant itself is really good. But it's just like, I don't know. Personally, it's so slow for me. That's probably one of the only things that's keeping me from using it all the time, to be honest. So I'm just looking at the zombie boss doing more splashes. You see, it's like 5 and 10. It's like, what the heck? And yeah, this is one of the reasons I love it, because this is like a tactical variant. Like, you could really like get your opponent at an angle, as you see here. I'm like shooting all over the place, so in case he backs off, you know, he gets hit by all the splash basically, and that's really good stuff. Like, you can flush people out of cover, and it's really nice. If someone escapes with like 10 HP or 50 HP and you know it, you know, you can just shoot a bunch of times next to their leg, and bam, you can just take them out. This is one of the things I love about this variant. You can just flush people out. If, you know, you see how the foot soldiers, they slightly hide next to the bus, or like they slightly hide behind cover. And yeah, you can't really shoot them at all. And if you're with the Jade Cactus, you could just easily, you know, you could easily do so. As you see here, I already shot him 4 times. I know all he takes is 1 more damage. So I get a big greedy here, and I'm trying to get him in an angle, as you see here. As you see there, I got him. I'm getting shot a lot more. And then out of nowhere, a landscaper comes out. Like, I did not even see an engineer. Like, I only saw them at the beginning. And then this guy comes out of nowhere and kills me. The one time I got greedy. And the teleporter's on the other side, so I was like, are you kidding me? I was gonna, like, I decided to take the damage there because I had a heal flower planted right there, so all I had to do is just run back a bit. And then, bam, I would have been safe. But no, this engineer decides to come there out of nowhere. And yeah, I was like, oh, I was so pissed off of that. So yeah, that's another fellow cacti. He went up there using the drone. And as you saw, like, earlier, right before I died, like, I was running away from the all-star. And yeah, if you're running away in a straight line to cover, you'll get hit a lot more. Like, that 25 HP will, I believe it will get negated. Like, if you're far away from cover and you're trying to take cover, like, you're still exposed for a long time. And here, look, I'm just trying to flush that guy out, and bam, look, it works again. That splash damage is a blessing, I'm telling you. It makes this variant really good. And yeah, you can just flush enemies out. Like, if they decide to go the opposite way, you know, your teammates could shoot them if they expose themselves on another side. So yeah, this thing, I mean, this is a really good, it just flushes people out, zombies out, and I love this thing, that's why. I love this thing for that reason. So yeah, more health. I'm going back for health constantly. As I said before, the added health does not help against impunts. And like, if you want to take cover, you generally want to be next to cover. You do not want to expose yourself much, because if you do, running to cover, like in the middle, from the middle of nowhere, like I'm in the middle of this path and I'm getting shot. If you're trying to run, you're gonna take a lot more than 25 damage, I believe, because the time that you're exposed is gonna be, you know, it's enough for them to shoot you like, you know, more than 3 times, and 3 shots is basically like 24 damage from like foot soldiers, I believe. Like the regular foot soldier, I'm saying, like as an example. But yeah, if you get shot a couple of times, your health goes down really quickly, and that 25 HP could be like, you know, that 25 HP could be negligible. And this guy, as I said, look, I'm just shooting splash. Like, I didn't even have to expose myself. If you threw like the regular, sticky ball, like I'd even have to put myself in danger there. All I had to do is just go at an angle. I'd even have to get like a direct view from him. If I felt like if I wasn't safe, like, you know, if I was gonna get shot at that angle, I just don't establish a direct line of sight for him to shoot me. I just shoot like on a place that he can't see me, but at a place where my splash damage could get him. So yeah, it's really helpful, especially if they're using the armored heal station. That's not gonna help against them. I mean, the armored heal station, like the splash damage just completely overwrites that. And here, this is what I love. Look at that, high elevation. You can just shoot down, because you know they were like at the stair area, so they were like slightly lower. And yeah, our guard is getting taken over, and I'm not gonna let that happen. So yeah. So it's like 20 seconds left. This is the part where they all come forward. So the last thing I want to be is like kind of up there, because they could just easily eliminate me and then, you know, go for the garden afterwards. And here I'm just trying to get that all-star. There you go. He got, like, I don't know why he went out of cover. And there's a super commando. Yeah, like he finally comes out of the shadow and tries to take over the garden, but that's not how to work. And here, beautiful stuff. You know, you can just eliminate. That was the full health scientist too, because it took more than 3 shots to eliminate him. So I'm assuming he had like 80 health plus. So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Really fun variant to use. I really like it, but the slow speed affects me as a player. But if you don't mind that, then yeah, this thing is pretty incredible. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.